my name is Whitney Ermiger, and my business is Locomotive Learning. So think back to one of your math classes where you were sitting there listening to the teacher that probably sounded like one of Charlie Brown's teachers, and you probably fell asleep 1 or 20 different times. This is what happens to me as well. I have ADD, and I know how much of a struggle it is to continuously pay attention in class, especially when it's lecture style, which almost all math classes are. So that was my problem. And there are also students that are kinesthetic learners who have to learn by doing. So the way I kind of fix this problem is through my business, Locomotive Learning. It is basically, I take the notes that the student gives me, and I create a workout that fits their curriculum and works for them in a way that they will understand it, retain it, and not just memorize it, because you don't actually learn it if you memorize. This is also a great solution for student athletes who may not have time for both tutoring and preseason workouts. As a student athlete, I know I get home at like 10 o'clock at night and it's just really hard to get everything done. This is a great way for parents to save money and for students to multitask. This is my business model, and some key partners would be tutors, trainers, and math mentor, which you saw Alex Hopper present earlier. I would use some of his curriculum to make sure that I'm teaching it in a way that they would understand the way the schools are teaching it now, with the new way they're teaching things. And I would also partner with an insurance agent because liability insurance is a must-have for any gym. Some key activities would be, there would be classes that are specific to your grade or to whatever section of math you're in. There will be private tutoring, which is just one-on-one. And there will also be a space, once I have an actual gym, there will be a space for students to kind of wait for their parents and do their homework. And there will also be, as I mentioned before, tutors, not just in math, because the workouts are specifically math, but there will also be tutors for other subjects here in this space. My value proposition, it's interactive help, which is very new and different. It's a way for athletes to multitask, and it's a way for parents to save money this way. And it's, as I said, for any grade, K through 12. And it's also just for parents who, not necessarily like student athletes, but just parents who want their kids to do better. And this may be the best way for them. Customer relations, we would start with an introductory one-on-one, get to know the student, get to know what they need out of Locomotive Learning. And then as we proceed, there will be progressive appointments with the parents as well as the student, just to touch base and make sure the customers are happy and they're really understanding and getting what they need out of it. Another way is they can email me, or I have a Facebook, and there's also a website. So for revenue, private tutoring will be $30 a session per hour, which is fairly competitive rate. There's going to be 2 different types of classes. One that's athletic-based for student athletes. The weights are a bit more, the running will be timed. It's just a little bit more fast-paced as far as the exercise goes. And then there'll be the non-athletic-based conditioning classes, where it's the same curriculum as the other class, but it may have less weight, not necessarily focused on conditioning, but also teaches through movement. Each class will cost $10, and they will be an hour long, and you can get a monthly membership for $80, where you can have unlimited classes for that month. My prototype, I actually have done this workout before. One of my friends and teammates asked me to tutor her, so with the help of a math teacher at West, a coach at West, and the athletic director at West, we have started creating these workouts for her, which have increased her grade from a D to a B-, which is really exciting because she's teaching herself, and so it's really empowering to watch her, because I am taking the notes and recreating them in a way she will understand it, but really through the workouts she's teaching herself. I have a few pictures here. This is the notes in the middle, and on the side are the workout and some of her answers. And she actually passed it with an A, so that was really exciting. Here are some of the workouts. In the stretching, we were doing concave versus convex. And here we were doing the interior angle sum theorem, yes. I had her doing different agility tests in the shape of different shapes. So this was, I believe, a hexagon, doing certain things, and it was just, she's a student athlete, so this was more of the athletically based conditioning. And here is another one. This, I remember, was an 11-agon, and I made her do sprints through them, and she was not excited, but it was fun. And these are my financial numbers. For startup, right now, I'm just using my, the schools let me borrow their gym, but I would like to buy my own equipment and be able to, pay them back and donate money and help with like the upkeep of a lot of the equipment, because they're letting me pretty much borrow it, which is really nice of them. And I also need money for insurance to cover myself and the clients, because, as I said, that's extremely important for everyone. And also a small portion needs to go to advertising, because every business needs advertising. At the moment, I only have one client, so my real need is more clients. Right now, I'm only doing private tutoring just because it's only me. But I want to eventually create classes. Here's my contact information. My website is locolearning.weebly.com, and my email and my Facebook. And if you want to contact me or have my business card or any more information, I will be back by my booth afterwards.